on time, showing you the rhythm as I get back and get raw. Yeah, I be the man, I'm at all, every draw. It's supposed to rhyme, it's much more. So, yo, one more time, I come around, double head flow that make you act real dumb. Yo, I'm in there too like Zorro. Gotta make your grip like I make sure.
What's going on, fam? This is Jay Gantt from the Jay Gantt and the Player Haters Radio Show, coming today with a little Busta Rhymes, old hip hop from 1996, the Coming album, Busta Rhymes' first solo joint. You ever hear something that just takes you back to a time when everything was real good for you? Around that time, I was a young guy running around town, Fayetteville, North Carolina, and Durham, North Carolina, thinking I was invincible during that time. But thank God I matured a little bit since then. But yeah, this is NFL Week 12 coming up. Thursday was Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I spent it personally with some extended friends and family. Had a real good time. I hope you all did the same. We had 3 games that were played on Thursday, which I am 3-0 in. Last week, if you all don't recall, I'm going to remind you, I was 15-1. Yeah, 15-1. Man, if I had some money, I'd have went to Atlantic City, and boy, I'd have made some bank. I'd have made some paper that week. But like I said, I don't do this to make money off of. I just do it to help people out. So if you want some money off my picks, you can send it here to Jay Gantt. Contact me on Facebook, and we can make our proper arrangements. But let's get to the nitty-gritty of this week right here, Sunday's games. Starting off with Green Bay at Atlanta. Atlanta hasn't lost a home game in an awful long time, and they look pretty good. They look outstanding. They beat the the Baltimore Ravens maybe 2 weeks ago, looking pretty good. Green Bay, on the other hand, Green Bay is possibly one of the top 2 teams, if not top 3, because Atlanta is still good also, in the NFC, but I'm going with Green Bay in this game. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Even though Buffalo has had 2 wins straight, I'm not betting against Pittsburgh in this one, so let's go Pittsburgh. Carolina at Cleveland. Both of these teams are struggling. However, I'm going to go with Cleveland with the home field advantage. Tennessee at Houston. Tennessee is starting a rookie quarterback. Houston started off hot, has some bumps in the road, but I think Houston will take Tennessee out in this game. Jacksonville at the New York Giants. If Jacksonville was in the NFC, they'll probably be one of the top 3 teams in the NFC, but the AFC is so top-heavy, a team like Jacksonville gets overshadowed. But they're going against the Giants this week in the New Meadowlands. I'm going with the Giants. Minnesota at Washington. Brad Childress was fired earlier this week. Fired a man right before Thanksgiving. That's kind of cold, but that's how business is. That's how business is done. They have a new interim head coach right now. And if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I came with a rant on how players tend to react after folks have gotten fired. I don't think Brad Childress was that bad of a coach, even though a lot of his players did. And maybe he was. I'm not in the locker room. I don't know. But players seem to be a little bit motivated after they have a regime change like this. However, Washington, I don't think that's the place to come and get a win for your first head coaching gig. Washington played Tennessee last week and was depleted and beaten up with injuries. They had a week to heal. I think Washington will take Minnesota out this week. Miami at Oakland, battle of the backup quarterbacks. I'm going with Oakland with the home field advantage in this one. Tampa Bay at Baltimore. Tampa Bay is another surprising team in the NFC. The NFC is rather weak this year, y'all, with Dallas being down, Minnesota being down. NFC is kind of weak this year, and Tampa Bay has stepped up. So congratulations for Tampa Bay for having a good season. Raheem Morris is doing some things down at Tampa Bay, but I don't think they're time enough to beat the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. So I'm going Baltimore in this one. The Mike Vick Show and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to Chicago, and I'm taking Mike Vick all day against the Bears. Going Philly. St. Louis at Denver. Man. Denver. Josh McDaniels. got caught cheating. He got caught doing a Belichick. Has some cameras taping practices. He's been fined. I don't think that's really going to prosper with him versus St. Louis, as Denver's just not a good team this year. St. Louis is up and coming. I have St. Louis winning that game. Man, the Sunday night matchup, the San Diego Chargers versus the Indianapolis Colts, two outstanding quarterbacks. Philip Rivers, I should say, is Philip Rivers on my fantasy squad. Philip gives me a lot of points. I love Philip Rivers right now, but he's going up against Peyton Manning. And the thing about the Colts offense, they can do it with guys off the street. They'll pick up John Brown and Chuck Smith and make them seem like all-star wide receivers. I'm going with the Colts in this one. Monday night's game, San Francisco at Arizona. When the schedule makers made this game for Monday Night Football last year, they thought both of these teams would be a lot better than what they were. Everybody thought that the 49ers was going to take the NFC West, and they're still struggling. The Arizona Cardinals, everyone knew that with Kurt Warner retiring, there would be a little step back at quarterback. Everybody thought Matt Leinart was going to be the man there, but Matt's not even playing ball with him anymore. So there's a lot of disappointment in that. However, I think the 49ers will win this game. Those are my picks this week. Give you some info on the show. We have cut the demo. It has been sent up. We're waiting to hear from it. I'd like to give a couple of shout outs. Shout out to Tino Anthony, our producer. Shout out to Duck Martin, who is one of my co-hosts. Shout out to KG, another co-host of mine. Shout out to Miss Red, who is our stat girl. And shout out to Joy Payne, who's another co-host. And we'll be keeping you all posted on the Player Haters radio show coming out soon. So Hater Nation, this is Jay Gantt. I'm signing off again early Monday morning. Got to get up early to watch these games. Y'all have a good week, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.